The year is 1162. The place, the unforgiving steppes of Central Asia. A land where the horizon stretches endlessly and the wind carries the whispers of ancient tales. Imagine a land of harsh beauty where survival is a daily struggle and tribal alliances shift like the winds. Here, the nomads live in harmony with their environment, yet are constantly at odds with each other. This is the world into which Temüjin, the man who would become Genghis Khan, was born. A world where every day was a test of endurance and wit. Life for these nomadic tribes revolved around herds, grazing land, and constant conflict. Their existence was intertwined with the rhythms of nature and the cycles of the seasons. Tribal rivalries ran deep, fueled by blood feuds and competition for scarce resources. These conflicts were not just about survival, but also about honor and legacy. Raids and skirmishes were commonplace, a brutal dance of survival that kept these tribes locked in a perpetual state of conflict. Each raid was a gamble, a test of strength and strategy. It was into this cauldron of violence that Temüjin was thrust. From a young age, he was exposed to the harsh realities of his world. His early life was a brutal education in the art of survival and power. He learned to navigate the treacherous waters of tribal politics and warfare. He witnessed firsthand the treachery of rival clans, the fleeting nature of alliances, and the ever-present threat of death. These experiences shaped his understanding of loyalty and betrayal. But within this harsh crucible, a leader of extraordinary cunning and ambition was being forged. Temüjin's journey from a vulnerable boy to a formidable leader was just beginning. Temüjin possessed a rare combination of charisma, strategic brilliance, and ruthlessness. From a young age, he demonstrated an uncanny ability to inspire loyalty and command respect among his peers and elders alike. He understood the deep-seated divisions that plagued the Mongol tribes and recognized the opportunity they presented. The constant infighting and lack of unity were obstacles, but also potential stepping stones for a visionary leader. Through a combination of shrewd diplomacy, strategic alliances, and brutal military campaigns, he began to consolidate power. Temüjin's ability to negotiate and form alliances was as crucial as his prowess on the battlefield. He broke the power of rival clans not just through conquest, but also by offering a compelling alternative unity. He dismantled the old tribal structures and replaced them with a new order based on merit and loyalty. He promised his followers a share in the spoils of war, loyalty above blood ties, and a vision of a united Mongol nation that would dominate the steppes. This promise of shared wealth and a common cause galvanized his followers. His message resonated deeply with the Mongol people, who had long suffered under the yoke of constant tribal warfare and disunity. By 1206, Temüjin had achieved the unthinkable, uniting the fractious Mongol tribes under his banner. His leadership transformed the Mongol tribes from a collection of warring factions into a formidable and unified force. At a gathering known as the Kurultai, he was proclaimed Genghis Khan, the Great Khan, the ruler of all who dwelt in felt tents. This moment marked the birth of one of history's greatest empires. A new chapter in history had begun, one that would see the Mongol Empire rise to unprecedented heights and reshape the world. The Mongol army that swept out of the steppes was unlike anything the world had ever seen. It was a force built for speed, endurance, and devastating impact. Genghis Khan understood that the key to Mongol dominance lay in their mastery of mounted warfare. Mongol warriors were renowned for their horsemanship, able to fire arrows with deadly accuracy while riding at full gallop. Their bows, crafted from layers of horn, wood, and sinew, were more powerful than anything their enemies could field, capable of piercing armor at impressive distances. But the true genius of Mongol military strategy lay in its adaptability and psychological impact. Genghis Khan embraced new technologies and tactics, incorporating captured siege weapons, gunpowder, and even naval warfare into their arsenal. They were masters of deception, using feigned retreats and surprise attacks to devastating effect. The Mongol Empire expanded with terrifying speed and brutality. From the steppes of Central Asia, they surged outwards, conquering vast swathes of territory in a relentless wave of conquest. Cities were razed, armies crushed, and entire populations put to the sword. The Mongol conquests were often accompanied by acts of unimaginable cruelty. Entire cities were slaughtered as a warning to others who might resist. Rivers ran red with blood, and pyramids of skulls stood as grim testaments to the Mongols' ruthlessness. The goal was not just to conquer, but to instill terror, to break the will of their enemies before they even met on the battlefield. In their wake, they left a trail of destruction and despair, forever etching their name in history as one of the most ruthless and efficient conquering forces the world has ever known. The Mongols understood that terror could be as effective a weapon as any sword or arrow. They deliberately cultivated a reputation for ruthlessness, using exaggerated tales of their brutality to sow fear and demoralize their enemies. Stories of their atrocities spread like wildfire, preceding their armies and softening resistance. Cities often surrendered without a fight, their inhabitants so terrified of the Mongol reputation that they chose submission over certain death. Those who dared to resist faced the full force of Mongol fury. The message was clear: surrender and be spared, resist and face annihilation. This calculated use of terror proved incredibly effective, allowing the Mongols to conquer vast territories with a speed and efficiency that would have been impossible otherwise. Their name became synonymous with destruction, striking fear into the hearts of even the bravest warriors. Beyond the battlefield, the unexpected cultural bloom of Mongol rule reveals a different side of their legacy. While the Mongols were masters of war and destruction, their legacy is far more complex than simple brutality. Beneath the blood-soaked conquests lay a surprising truth. The Mongols were in many ways remarkably tolerant rulers. They valued trade and actively encouraged cultural exchange. The Silk Road under Mongol protection flourished, connecting East and West in a way that hadn't been seen for centuries. Religious tolerance was practiced, with mosques, churches and temples coexisting within their vast empire. Genghis Khan recognized the importance of skilled individuals, regardless of their ethnicity or religion. He incorporated scholars, engineers and artisans from conquered lands into the Mongol administration, fostering a remarkable exchange of knowledge and ideas. The empire fractured internal strife and the legacy of Genghis. The death of Genghis Khan in 1227 marked a turning point for the Mongol Empire. Despite his efforts to establish a clear line of succession, his vast domain proved difficult to govern under a single ruler. Internal strife and power struggles erupted, fracturing the empire into smaller khanates. Yet the legacy of Genghis Khan lived on. His descendants, such as Ögedei, Möngke and Kublai, continued to expand the empire, pushing its borders as far west as Eastern Europe and as far south as the Middle East. The Mongol Empire, though fragmented, remained a dominant force in Eurasia for over a century after Genghis Khan's death. From the ashes, the Golden Horde and the enduring mark of the Mongols. Among the successor states of the Mongol Empire, the Golden Horde, established in present-day Russia and Ukraine, stands out. Ruled by descendants of Genghis Khan's grandson, Batu Khan, the Golden Horde held sway over a vast territory for over 2 centuries. They adopted Islam as their religion and played a significant role in the cultural and political development of the region. Their rule left an indelible mark on Russian history, influencing everything from military tactics to art and architecture. The Golden Horde's eventual decline in the 14th century marked the beginning of the end for Mongol dominance in Eurasia. However, their impact on the region's history, culture and demographics continues to be felt to this day. Echoes in time the Mongol Empire's place in history. The Mongol Empire, despite its relatively short lifespan, left an indelible mark on world history. Emerging from the vast steppes of Mongolia, they forged one of the largest contiguous empires the world has ever seen. Their conquests reshaped the political landscape of Eurasia, redrawing borders and toppling empires. The sheer speed and ferocity of their campaigns were unprecedented. Their reign of terror left scars that would take centuries to heal. Cities were razed, populations decimated, and entire cultures were forever altered. Yet their legacy is far more nuanced than simple destruction. The Mongols were also great administrators and patrons of the arts. They were agents of cultural exchange, facilitating the flow of goods, ideas, and technologies across vast distances. The Silk Road flourished under their protection. They ushered in an era of relative peace and stability along the Silk Road, fostering trade and prosperity. This period, known as the Pax Mongolica, was a time of unprecedented connectivity. The Mongol Empire stands as a testament to the enduring power of human ambition, the transformative impact of conquest, and the complex interplay of destruction and creation that shapes the course of history. Their story is a stark reminder that even the most brutal of empires can leave behind a legacy that is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. The Mongol Empire's influence continues to be felt in the modern world, a testament to their enduring impact. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share with family and friends. And if you haven't already, come on over and join our family by subscribing to our channel. May God bless you in all your endeavors. Thank you for watching.